for his first catch of the game. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throwing from the gun. He lets one fly deep downfield. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run 3rd down again, partner, but they decline it. That's going to bring up 4th down. The Titans sending out Ryan Stonehouse now on 4th down to in turn send a punt away. And this one is away, and he got all of it and then some. And there was nobody down there to get it. Punt hit at the 7, but continues on into the end zone for a touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They go left side with Miller. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Play stopped by Damone Clark. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Again, it's Miller. And he doesn't get the lane he wants or needs. He's going to be taken down at the line. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down. He'll throw it into the hands of Olave. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Straight ahead, here's Miller. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. L'Jarius Sneed there for the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Pass play now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. There he goes, right sideline. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Just tried a little bit too hard to get that 3rd down conversion. Brock wanted so badly to keep that opening series going, and that one cost him.
Yeah, I think it's less, Kate, in this case about the throw and much more about crediting the defense who was ready and willing to be opportunistic. Not just knock that ball away,
Yeah.
They wanted to take advantage of that opportunity, and they jumped on it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Titans will jump out to a 7-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Hand off here for Miller. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Running once more with Miller. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Here's a nickel look by the Titans, 3rd down. On the give, it's Miller. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
First and 10 from the 41. Trying the right side with Miller. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Second and 12 behind the sticks. Complete out to the right. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, they didn't give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And he's out of bounds. Not the return that he had drawn up. No way. And actually loses yards. They're out and set. 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. Into heavy coverage, and that's intercepted. And the Saints are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
The best defenses, you can go look at it through the decades, are built from the inside out. And that's not just stopping the run on the inside out. That's playing your coverage from the inside out. That time, beautiful job by the defense of taking away the middle of the field, getting that interception, and setting their offense up for success.
And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. Give him just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on 2nd and goal. We're back for the start of the second. Saints have the ball and a chance at 6. Now an inside handoff to Miller. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him maybe a yard on that play, Brock. Still 7 to go on 3rd and goal. They're throwing it. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Jerome Baker has it. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. Second time he's had an errant throw taken back for 6 in this half, Brock. As a quarterback, how do you come back from this knowing there's so much game left?
How do you come back from it, or how do your family and friends come back from it? I know as I get older, I think about them more and more. As a competitor, you're just going to grit your teeth and do what you can. But for the loved ones following, that's a tough second pick 6 to watch.
That one right down the middle. And the Titans double their lead to 14. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Back to the air following the pick 6. He fires one deep down the middle. Taking the deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Miller with it. He finds space for a few yards that time. Brought down on the play by T'Vondre Sweat. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Oh, brother, it's another interception. L'Jarius Sneed with the INT. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys in bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
And he gets across midfield and into Saints territory. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
2nd and 1. Walker hauls it in. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be a Tennessee first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Play action on first down. He's got it near the 8. And that's a Tennessee touchdown. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They run. It's Miller. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
They'll throw on first. Gets everything he has under this throw. He's got it inside the 25. There it is. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
That one splits the uprights. And the Saints get it back to a 14-point game.
To kick off for the Saints.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Hardman with a return. Good looking return here, and he's got room. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it. 1st and 10. Right up the gut. He's going to snag a couple of yards charging up the gut. Sent to the ground by Pete Werner. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
One of the tight ends in motion left. 2nd and 8. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Spears trying this straight ahead. And they're going to bring him down after a good gain to the 40. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They run once more with Spears. And he works this to the 38 before going down. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the 1st down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Back now, pressure on its way. Has him on the quick hitter. He's got it in the red zone. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans make it a 3-possession game. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer? Nobody.
That one right down the middle. And the Titans stretch their lead to 21. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now it's Miller. And they're going to drag him down after a decent gain. He gets up to the 36. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 36. This is complete to Olave. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from the Superdome. The Saints looking for a score before halftime. New set of downs for him from the 46.
Here we go, set.
They go play action on 1st. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go now.
A give right side to Miller. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. L'Jarius Sneed there for the stop. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
3rd and long for him here. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Andre Sisco. And the Titans are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Throwing it to start this drive. Finds him over the middle. He's got to gain a 6 there. Lante Taylor making the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Looking for a throw here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. The rookie out of UCLA has it. And the Saints have it as he records the first interception of his young career. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Olave with the catch. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Throwing on second and real long here. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield.
Defender's not going to be thrilled. The catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He's loaded another one up. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Andre Sisco. And the Titans get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life, really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Even though there's a lot of game time left here, Kate, this just feels like a must for the defense. A little bit of desperation. You cannot allow this offense to find the end zone again, in a massive sack on 1st down. That's the right way to begin this series defensively.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Third down from the gun. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining. Trying to force one through there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Ryan Stonehouse back out there again to punt it away. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. This lands deep into the end zone. We're picking things up at the 20 after the touchback. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Looking to throw. He's looking deep once again. He's got it at the 30. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Tackled there by Jerome Baker. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
The only thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Setting up a throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They got 24 yards on the play. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He's going to push one deep down the... Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Titans take over on his 5th interception of the season.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He was a play caller. He was an offensive guy. And after days like this, and I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Now looking to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Give him 24 on that play. And the Titans will have a 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 from the 41. Throwing now off play action. Okonkwo brings it in. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover it.
And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Titans will have a first down. A give to Spears, running right. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up second down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Titans push their lead further to start the half. York now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Titans grow their lead yet again. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
He's going deep. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Titans get it as he records yet another interception in a career campaign.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
Into the hands of Okonkwo. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Spears on the give, headed right. And he's only going to get down to the 47 on a short gain. They pick up one on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. Here's a throw. Short pass brought in. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be a Tennessee first down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
First down, ball at the 36. They're going play action. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Spears running behind center. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. He's going to throw this one. Brought in right side. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Titans will have a 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Working inside the red zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now it's 2nd down. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
Throwing on 3rd and long. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs. That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Taking a look at that scoreboard, and you just can't go backwards. If you're going to close this gap, you've got to stay on schedule. I've had a hard time doing so with a double-digit deficit.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Taken in by Harris.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
That's the end of the 3rd on Sunday.
With the score,
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Coming left is Miller. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
All right, here we go, 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
To the air, 3rd and long. Chased out to his right. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Need a conversion. They're throwing for it. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
The quarterback's so worried about challenging the DBs in coverage, he didn't keep an eye on the lineman in front of him. He threw it right towards them, and it was easy to get a pop and swat away a potential 1st down.
Here's Spears on the carry. And he gets absolutely pumped to end that one. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Second and 10 now. He rolls to his right. Oh no, they get him yet again! Posenadimo's got it!
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie. Right, just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Gets this one to Harris. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 35 on the pickup. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down. They'll throw it. Taking a big shot for the end zone. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted.
Red zone defense. It is a part of the practice week at least twice, Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays, because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They bring their tight end left. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
And he's brought down after a short gain. Offense up to the line fast. Throw on 3rd down. Finds his man over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. Back to throw, needing a first. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Oh, I love fourth downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
1st and 10 from the 41. They'll try and throw it here. Pass complete to Walker. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be a Tennessee first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They are throwing it again. Into the hands of Walker. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Shotgun handoff now for Spears. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Back to throw now. Has him on the quick hitter. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. We've got whistles and a timeout call by the defense. 2:07 left to play. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. From the 19. Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And he goes down, so they're set up with a nice 1st and goal as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Tennessee. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. York now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Titans continue piling on to this lead. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. Catch made over the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. from the 32. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10, looking to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of him.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They'll throw it again. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And they pick him off again. And the Titans get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ballgame.
And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. 2nd down now, 7 to go. They're going to stay on the ground with Spears. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
Play action on 1st down. And he'll go down. The Saints make the play. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. The Saints call their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again following the sack. He put everything he had into this one. Brought in inside the 20. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
And the Titans' 1st down.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Working inside the red zone. Short pass brought in. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. The outcome's decided here, but we got a timeout with 2 seconds on the clock so they can think it over before their final play.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down, just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
His kick is good at the end, but boy, Brock, we might see some words exchanged at midfield here as they add 3 to the win as time expires. So it's a win on the road for the Titans. And this winning streak continues to grow as they claim their 4th victory in a row. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Titans are your winners as we say so long from New Orleans.